My name is Dr. Frank Agodi. My video presentation is Faculty Delivery and Transfer of Knowledge. Transfer of knowledge is a cognitive practice whereby a learner's mastering of knowledge or skill in one context enables them to apply that knowledge or skill in a different context. Because transfer signals that a learner's comprehensive allow them to recognize how their knowledge can be relevant and to apply it effectively outside the original learning condition. The transfer is often considered a hallmark of authentic learning. Transfer of knowledge functions in a variety of ways. Faculty should be aware of negative transfer or the application of misunderstood information concept when learning new knowledge. Faculty can detect possible negative transfer by assessing students' prior knowledge. Regarding positive transfer, students can perform near transfer where they apply their knowledge to relative context like different class or assignment, or far transfer where they use knowledge in a relative context typical beyond the classroom like a field trips, social interaction, or career performance. Learning theory suggests that various teaching strategies can help students reach intellectual maturity to transfer their knowledge, including practice with consensual understanding, comparative scenarios, and clear roadmaps for learning. Faculty often describe teaching as an art. Once they step into the classroom, their work does not resemble something of a performance. As a faculty, the delivery can substantially impact the learner's engagement and overall effectiveness of the lesson. Dynamic faculty who seems excited about their work and care about their learners will spark much more interest than those who seem bored or condescending. This discourse explores teaching styles, provide an overview of the presentation skill necessary for developing a compelling classroom presence, and discusses strategy for common concern such as overcoming anxiety, managing classroom, and handling questions. Lesson planning primarily focuses on the content of faculty section, but before the faculty enter the classroom, he or she should always consider how to deliver the lesson. Faculty members' teaching style express how they view their role in the school and their relationship with their learners. The students have encountered various teaching styles of faculty members. Each type has probably invoke a different response or influence their overall learning experience. Research suggests that a teacher teaching style can impact student learning and motivation. Occasionally, faculty will have learners who are disruptive or uncooperative. The faculty exact response will depend on the nature of the disruption, but various general classroom management strategies can be helpful across various situations. Faculty should begin the class by setting clear expectations, including for behaviors. Remind learners to be respectful in their interactions and model that behavior for them. In public libraries, learners have chosen to attend sections, so they are likely to be motivated, engaged. In school and academic library, on the other hand, students might not have a choice but about whether to attend a section. They might resent the use of their time, especially if they do not see a value in the material. Faculty can remind learners of what they gain from session regarding new skill, knowledge, which might encourage them to pay attention. If a student are just too lively or the conversation is getting off out of hand, faculty can gently redirect by saying something like this: "This is a great conversation, but I want to make the most of our time. So I would like to bring us back to today's topic. If the individuals are being rude to their peers or to their class or to the faculty or the instructor should remind them of behavior expectation. They should keep the tone positive and focus on behavior rather than the person. If the behavior continues, the faculty could ask the individual to leave the classroom as a last resort. Again, we should try to focus on action rather than individual. For instance, I might say, or faculty might say, that behavior is distracting and your peers are trying to learn. If you cannot stop, please, so you can leave the class, so we can continue the lesson. Expert approach in teachers-centered and believe that instructors hold the knowledge and expert on the topic. Their role is to help learners gain competency and mastering of the case by imparting this knowledge to the student. While the teacher's level of expert is an asset, some learners might be overwhelmed or daunted by a show of ability. Some faculties are preoccupied with maintaining their status as expert and do not encourage questions or debate. Also, the expert instructor focuses on transmitting only facts and knowledge. They might not fully expose learners to the underlying process that lead to that knowledge. The facilitators act more as a coach or a guide that are expert instructor. Facilitators focus on improving learners' independency and assist learners in that quest by asking questions, exploring options, indicating options, and helping them to develop standard to make informed choice, along with providing meaningful feedback is essential. As a faculty, determining your preferred teaching style can help you select instructional strategy. Think about how you approach activities. Analyze the step you take in manage the classroom. These teaching styles are not dogmatic or comprehensive and are not meant to be restricted, just as we will be unlikely to adhere to single learning theory in our instruction strictly. No instructor embodies just a single style of teaching, but it can be helpful to be aware of this different style and how they play in the classroom. For instance, the expert or formal authority approaches are most associated with lectures, while the personal model approach tend to incorporate some demonstration. Thank you for listening. Again, my name is Dr. Frank Agodi from Emmanuel University. Bye-bye.